What's up, guys? How you doing? So in today's video, I'm just gonna kind of talk about life a little bit. I don't really know where this video is going, but I just thought I'd hit record and start talking. So a lot lately, I've been thinking about time, right? So I'm 30, I'm 32. I'm gonna be 33 at the end of February. So I have 3 kids. 2 of them aren't technically mine, but I pay for them. So yeah. And then I have my own. She's gonna be turning 5 about middle of this year. So she's going into kindergarten soon. That's the next step. Man, I don't know what it is. Like, since having children, is time has just been flying by. I feel like life has become a bit cumbersome, and not necessarily in the worst way. I'm not depressed. I'm not upset. I don't feel that type of way. Like, I actually enjoy life. I like life. I think life is beautiful, and I think people find a way to mess it up, but I try to simplify my life as much as possible, because I know, like, the more complicated life becomes, the faster time's gonna go. I also understand the older you get, the more that time seems to move faster, but a lot of that comes with, as you get older, life does become more complicated with kids, and then you have schedules, you have work, you have things you have to do outside of work. There's all these things that you have to do. And with that, time is going to seem like it's going by pretty fast. I don't necessarily want to be a kid again, but there are things about being a young man that I miss quite a bit. And when I was younger, I didn't have steady relationships with girls. I was a nomad. I got to do whatever I wanted to do. I didn't have to hold down a job. I didn't have all these responsibilities. I drove my first car was a 1984 Toyota Supra. I drove the wheels off that thing. I actually ended up selling that car to a buddy of mine. I don't know if he still has it, but I mean, who knows? I miss that car. But there's just, I don't know, lately, I've been making videos about nostalgia, and there's just things that, I don't know, I'm trying to hold on to for as long as I can, but I understand that at this age, at this point in my life, that, those things, those times, that feeling that I'm chasing after it's not going to happen. That part of my life is over, and I'm ready for whatever comes next, but lately it's just like, what is life? What is this? So I've bounced around from job to job. I haven't had like a steady career, but the reality is I'm not interested in a 9 to 5. I'm not interested in those things. I find that I'm most happy creating videos. I'm most happy in my free time. I play football or I play basketball. So just like getting to work out, like that's happiness for me. Like, that's where I find the most joy, is just making videos and going and playing basketball, or just playing football, or hanging out with my family, whether it's watching YouTube videos or movies, eating good food, and just enjoying life at home, and not getting mixed up too much with people outside the house. I don't have a circle. It's just me and my family. My 3 kids, and then my girlfriend. And, I'm happy with that. That's what I like. But right now I'm in between jobs. I've been uploading videos a lot more lately because I haven't been working. I'm just door dashing in the evening. And a lot of that is just like, in the workplace lately, the last few jobs that I've had, like, people are just extremely disrespectful. They don't appreciate your time. And the thing is I just don't have I have zero tolerance for that. I have zero tolerance for disrespect. If you don't appreciate me, then and the fact that I'm sacrificing my time to help you do something, then I don't have time for you anymore. So, like, I've always struggled with work, and it's not just work, but it's been school as well. Like, I've struggled with school. I hated school. I was so happy when school was over. But I mean, looking back, I kind of like, school is a lot easier than a job. The only difference, like, obviously you get paid with a job. I don't know. There has to be more to life than a 9 to 5, working 8 to 9, sometimes 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, a 40-hour schedule or a 50-hour schedule. I know there's people that they dedicate their lives to their job, And whether they're working 40 or 50-hour weeks, if that's what they like, I mean, that's their prerogative. I mean, I can't, that's what they want to do. But I know that's just not for me. Lately, I'm not saying that life is a simulation, but I get this odd feeling like, what is happening? I feel like we're living in some really strange times. I don't have any social media. I try to not pay attention to any of the negative stuff that's happening in the world. So whether that's politics or war or whatever it is, right? I try to separate myself from that, and I just try to focus on me and my family. And, of course, having a family has its own challenges, but, the rent's due every month. The rent doesn't stop. So I have to find a way to make money. So I have to have some type of income, and that's usually in the form of having a full-time job. Of course, I would love for YouTube to work out. I want it to work out. Do I think I'm going to blow up? No, but I would love for YouTube to be my main source of income. The fact that, with YouTube, you have the capability of staying home, being creative, setting your own schedule, and being flexible. So like if something goes wrong, if I have to go get my kids, if there's an emergency, I can take care of those things. If I'm working from home, especially a job like, having income like YouTube and doing that full time. I love making videos. I really do. I've been doing YouTube for just 2 years now, just over 2 years. I hit my 2-year mark, I think a few weeks ago. A lot of my content, I have content that doesn't get a lot of traction, and don't get me wrong, there is a part of me that wants my videos to do well, but at the same time, like, it's okay. Like, I just enjoy making videos and sitting in my favorite place is my office. We have a 3-bedroom house, we rent it, but it's called a sunroom. I mean, technically acts as a 4th bedroom, and I've made it into my office. Now, it's not climate controlled, so there's no central AC or heat that goes into this room, so during the cold months, it's cold in here, and then when it's hot outside, it's hot. But I love making videos. After 2 years, I realized, like, I don't get tired of this. Like, there's nothing in it for me, like, besides just being able to create content. Like, I'm not getting paid for YouTube. I'm not monetized. I'm barely over 100 subs, and that's okay. Like, I'm proud of those 100 subs, and I'm proud of my videos. I want to make better content. I want to make higher quality videos, but no, like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know where this video is going, but I just kind of wanted to talk about life a little bit and time. Like, what is time? So time for me has just been flying by. Like, days have been melting together, and I feel like it doesn't matter the more I simplify my life or the more it all feels the same. It all just feels like one big long day. I don't know. It's obnoxious, but I'm trying to enjoy life, and the reason I'm making, I guess, like, the only thing that I'm trying to say is, like, if you feel like you're stuck in life, or you feel like you're not getting what you want out of life, just take a step back, maybe think about what is it that you actually want. And if there's a dream that you have, or if there's a thing that you really want to do, I would just say lean into that as hard as you can. Even if there's nothing in it for you, if there's no, like, monetary value, if you're not going to make money off of it, that's okay. You need to do it because you need to do what speaks to your soul. You need to do do the things that make you happy. I wouldn't waste any time doing it either. When I was in my youth, in my younger years, I wasted a lot of time being upset about things that I couldn't do anything about. I didn't waste my life away, but I wasted a good few years doing the wrong things. Out of high school, I just wanted to party and chase girls, and it just got me nowhere. Ended up, being addicted to alcohol, and I was drinking and smoking and just being stupid. And when I was younger, it was okay because it's like, well, I'm just doing what kids do. I'm just doing what, everybody else was doing. But then, like, those, couple years after high school turned into 3 years, and then those 3 years turned into 4 years. I think by the time I want to say like 25, 26, I realized I'm going to have to do something different. And, 25, 26, oh, that's young, but that's too long for me. That's a lot of years just gone, prime years that I could have spent putting my energy into something else. And I spent a lot of years not doing the things that I wanted to do. So, don't don't give up on the things that you want. Even if you're older, don't like do the things that you love. Even if, you know, if it's football, like, yeah, if you're too old, still go play football or basketball. Like, do the things that you love to do, even if you can't make a living doing it. Do the things that speak to your soul. Otherwise, like, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be an old man or an old woman, and you're just going to think, man, why didn't I do those things? So yeah, I just wanted to go off on kind of a random tangent here and talk about life and time a little bit. Yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up for me. If you want, talk shit down in the comments. Until the next one, I'm out of here.